So I'm doing my videos, which would have been Wednesday night for Thursday. And now it's Thursday for Friday's video. Uploading this one on Friday. Talking about some of these ICOs, or everything was down. We saw the sell-off in China, all that stuff. Then Jamie Dimon runs his mouth, and now they're all starting to take off pretty nicely this morning. Again, this morning being actually Thursday. And I'm looking at some of these. They're jumping back up again. 10x pay jumped up nicely. EOS. Well, let me get on that in a second. Ant shares, which is now NEO. Nice jump on Ant shares, right? So all these coins now are up, back in the upward movement, side. Rivets. Now Rivets, as you know, I did that video however long ago it was, a few weeks ago, on Rivets and Proppy. I was pretty psyched about Proppy, which I pinned my Proppy comment, I think, in my video from this morning, which is Thursday, I should say. Thursday morning. Proppy did its first real estate sale in the Ukraine. Again, not it, but a real estate sales transaction was done on the Proppy token blockchain, which is really the Ethereum blockchain, but on Proppy. So that's great news, and they're going to be opening up the real estate market in the Ukraine, at least to start with, right in the very, very beginning of 2018, like January 2018, we're ready to go. So it'll be interesting to see how valuable Proppy becomes. Now, I told you I was psyched up about Proppy and Rivets both. And for that reason, now Proppy jumped, of course, this morning too. I think when I looked last, it was nicely jumping up. But again, I see this stuff, I'm like, I don't think we've seen anything yet. Like, wait till we start to see more transactions taking place. The government of Ukraine is on board with this. It's coming to the blockchain. This is obvious. Again, I know some of us can be really impatient. It's not moving. It came out and it didn't double and triple and quadruple like some of them do. And then guys, some of the ones that we think will do that don't do it. Some of the ones we didn't know would do it. That's why I'm saying I'm trying to get some skin in the game. I'm not gonna say on every one of these because there's some garbage out there, but I'm trying to get some skin in the game as much as I can when I see something decent. That's why I come out here and tell you about, hey, I'm looking at these two, or I'm looking at this one, I'm looking at that one. Doesn't mean you have to join me and get everything I am, but I'm spreading the risk and potentially spreading a reward when you spread them out amongst different ICOs and things, different tokens. But I told you, again, Wednesday night, released Thursday morning video, that EOS, and that was Dan Larimer's whatever deal, they split ways, whatever, one of the Steemit guys, whatever, they created EOS. It's now, literally, it's below ICO level, 50-something cents it was, 58 cents I think when I was talking to you guys last night about it. Again, Thursday morning's video. I didn't get in last night. I told you in the video, I may, as soon as I'm done with these videos, I may get in. And I just said, let me wait. And I showed you that little spot. I was like, it's down day after day, just slightly. But now we're seeing some resistance for the last few days. Right? Remember I said that. And it was at roughly 58 cents. So I said to myself, I'm going to sleep on this, see where it's at tomorrow morning. Of course, sometimes you do that, and the next thing you know, it jumped way up, and oh man, I should have got in. Or you wake up, hey, it went a little bit lower. Great. It didn't. It pretty much hovered on the same spot. I got in at 60 cents this morning on EOS. Now, like I said, I went heavy into Litecoin. I went heavy into OMG, which, again, by the way, is also doing good this morning. It's back up again. Where it stops, nobody knows yet. Mike B just saw his video recently, this morning. He's psyched about OMG as well. And he lays out a few reasons why. Shows you some posts on the internet about, some future potential for OMG or whatever. Which, I think there's just, like Cliff I said, I think, and fingers crossed, he could be wrong, but fourth quarter this year, I'd love nothing more than to say, literally, OMG, OMG. OMG coin has done what Cliff I said. It was 7 something when I was telling you all about this, $8. It's now, 40, 50, whatever. I can't wait to do that. To come out and say, guys, how many of you jumped in on this with me? Because I came out powerfully like, guys, this is what I guess the good word, you know. It could be wrong. And let me tell you, like I said, I was heavily into OMG, and if it's wrong, uh-oh. You know what I mean? Like, oh boy. I don't think we're going to have that problem. It's got a pretty nice sized market cap. Again, and I think as next year rolls around and they start to implement some things, I think the potential is going to be huge. We're already almost at that, you know, next year. It's, you know, we're entering the fourth quarter here in the next few days. But, you know, all this bad news, China's closing the exchanges, China's doing this. Here's some really, really good news, which might affect possibly why things are jumping nicely this morning, maybe. This is from Zero Hedge. Somebody actually sent me this, but you know, I check Zero Hedge every day anyways. Cryptocurrencies are extending their post-China crackdown gains, with Bitcoin spiking back above $4,100 this morning. A number of catalysts have been posited. From chatter of Mike Novogratz, his new fund to talk of Japan's shift to virtual currency before the Olympics in 2020. And and someone brought this to my attention, which is why I mentioned it the other day. I didn't get heavily on this, but I mentioned it. Japan is upside down heavy duty into cryptos. They're like the new China. We want it, we want it. And I think I see why now after reading this. From chatter of Mike Novogratz, new fund to talk of Japan's shift to virtual currency before the Olympics in 2020. However, most chatter revolves around Mario Draghi's admission that the European Central Bank is powerless to regulate or prohibit cryptocurrency, or cryptocurrencies, plural. Bitcoin is back to key support/resistance levels. As Cointelegraph reports, Mario Draghi, the erstwhile president of the European Central Bank, made some startling comments during his presentation yesterday at the hearing of the Committee on Economic and Monetary Affairs. When asked about cryptocurrency regulations or bans, similar to the political decisions the Chinese government has enforced, Draghi made it clear that there is no way to ban Bitcoin or to even regulate it, saying it would actually not be in our powers to prohibit and regulate them. We have to ask what effects cryptocurrencies have on the economy. He added that they are still far too immature to be considered a viable payment methodology, a conclusion that was reached by the ECB in tandem with the Central Bank of Japan last week. Again, not yet, right? Additionally, banks in Japan are considering creating a digital currency, the J-coin, intended to eliminate cash as a payment option. Cointelegraph reports that the news broke through an article indicating that the coin is being planned with the blessing of financial regulators before the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo and is intended to streamline the financial system. Recently, Japan... Oh, wait a minute. J-coin? Whatever happened to AC chain coin? You know, the One World Order, Lynette Zhang. Oh, that's right. Chinese company, AC chain, gone. Not gone, but... you guys want to do another ICO? Sorry, you can't. Why? Because China just cracked down. So there goes the new world currency. Just got shot down by China. Oops, sorry about that. I told you it was nonsense when that woman spoke. I put my neck on the line like I always do when I have to go out and call somebody out. I told you it would be nothing. I told you it was utter nonsense. People were getting all amped up. Nothing. Garbage. AC chain. And I tried to contact them, got a response, contacted the person they said, didn't get a response, sent another email, didn't get a response, commented back to the first person I got an email from, hey, I'm trying to reach out to this person at your company, which was the same email address, you know, at such and such, whatever. They're not responding. Is there anyone else, or can I contact them a different way? Oh, well, contact so-and-so, give me this long Chinese phone number, you know. I'm thinking to myself, do I need to go to this level to prove that this was nonsense? I think it's pretty obvious at this point. So I tried reaching out. We got the official response from the IMF. We don't know what the hell this AC chain coin is. Done. So anyways, if it was this big bad coin, why is Japan talking about the J coin for their currency and stuff, right? Anyways, Recently, Japan has once again become the largest Bitcoin exchange market with 50.75% market share of the global Bitcoin exchange market. Like I said, somebody's hungry for cryptos. China step aside, Japan enter. I think I'm turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so. I really think so. Remember that song from the 80s? It was awful, but it's still a little bit catchy. I think the Chinese are turning Bitcoin frenzy. But Japan is currently functioning as a 70% cash economy, a figure that by far exceeds most developed nations where digital transactions have taken the place of cash. These transactions create far more cost in the financial world than digital transactions. The J-coin is intended to function in tandem with the yen rather than replacing it. The coin will be exchanged at a 1-to-1 ratio. The service for the coin would be offered freely, but would be a means of tracking transaction actions that is far more complex in a cash-based society. The coin will likely see release in the coming years, though the infrastructure of the system is not yet clear. It may be based on blockchain technology, but the specifics are not yet unreleased. Recent reports from the Bank of Japan indicate that it does not consider blockchain technology mature enough to handle transactions. The suggestion of a government cryptocurrency falls in line with the idea that governments around the world are seeking to start their own proprietary cryptocurrencies. So again, they're saying it's not, what was the word they actually used? Mature enough. It's immature. It's not mature enough. But it's going to be mature enough. When they need it, it'll be ready. Oh, yeah, it's mature. We're ready to use it now. Trust me on that. Again, I am still blown away every time I move a Litecoin from here to here. By the time you click that button and almost release the mouse click, 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 ding, 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 ding. Oh, there it is. Damn, that's fast. Click the ding, 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 ding. You know, the little ching, ching. That was my horrible impersonation of the sound that Exodus wallet makes when you have incoming money, cha-ching, you know, the little change dropping, cha-ching. I love that. Anyways, we had this big sell-off of China, Jamie Dimon running his mouth, then more bad news from China, we're going to close them to the exchange. Again, they'll end up regulating this stuff. So far, each and every time China does something, that crack down, okay, we're going to back off. Crack down, we're going to back off. They're probably going to do the same thing. We need a little bit of regulation here. We need to do this, whatever. You're not going, like Mario Draghi said, the ECB. We're not. It can't be stopped. We're not stopping. It can't be. We can't regulate. We're not regulating it. It's just no way to stop this. Done. It's done. It's over. This is the equivalent of the Federal Reserve of the United States. You know, Ben Bernanke, in this case, Janet Yellen now, coming out and making a statement like that. But that's just for our country. He's the European Central Bank president, whatever. And that means all of the Eurozone countries, a couple dozen plus, right, that's their central bank guy. He's saying they didn't plan on regulating whatever what was the exact quote? It would actually not be in our powers to prohibit and regulate them. We have to ask what effects cryptocurrencies have on the economy. So, done with this article. Done chatting. Crypto's to the moon, baby. Be patient if you're in some that just aren't doing too well. Now they're starting to peak back up. Again, you may end up selling, it's finally back up, and then you sell off, and it goes up even more. And then you're sitting there saying, damn it, why wasn't I more patient? Because you let your emotions get the best of you. At the same time, there's that one or two coins that you may be looking at like, ugh. And I haven't seen any kind of good movement. It's just, all the way across the chart line. And in that case, you're going to have to make your own decision. Do you hang on and wait again, keep waiting? Or you just take your losses, flip whatever you can out of that into Ethereum, and then take that Ethereum and put it into something else that may be jumping up. Again, I keep talking about PayPal coming up. And there's two other ones I'm looking at right now that again, like I said, I'm starting to do my in-depth review and look into these things. and I'm going to be talking about those in the coming days. Quite possibly the first one, I may be doing a video, which you're going to see this Friday. You might actually see the video Friday, because I know today's Thursday in the morning as I'm doing this video, but it may be Thursday night tonight when I actually finish, because I found what I needed, and it looks good, looks pretty good, and I may end up sharing that with you here shortly. If not, I might need another day or so to make sure, you know, I'm on my super set on this one, and then the second one, whatever, that can come in the next few days. But I'm looking at a couple, and it's almost kind of reminds me of the proppy rivets thing, where I was looking at these two things. Proppy is already run out of the gate, you know, swinging. Rivets, again, it's brand new, just started trading, and it again, I think we'll have to just give rivets, in my opinion, a little extra time to get things going. If they started to get that app going and that software that uses the processor of your phone, you know, the I can't think of the name of it now, you know, basically to secure everything and secure your cryptos and make sure you're really sending the transaction that you are and it's not hacked and all that. That is so needed this day and age. Security, hacking, you know, hack-proof stuff, it is so needed. So when, again, I think if people are really patient on that one, it could pay off bigly if you just wait. Now, having said that, I've calculated roughly, I remember the pre-sale was something like around, I think, 400 tokens to 1 ETH. And I calculated on roughly today's math or so, with, you know, what the price of ETH is, not whatever, it would need to be somewhere around 70 cents or 71 cents, something like that, to break even. And I saw it did go up past that. It actually hit 92 cents, came down, and it had, I mean, you could see this sell-off, big sell-off, big sell-off. So there's some people who are probably just taking profit. They only want to make 10, 15, 20%, and they're happy they're gone. You're going to see that. And as the rest of us sit back and wait, that means that's less volume on an exchange, on this, in this case, Ether Delta, which isn't a big volume exchange anyways, but that's usually the first one to get these things, which is why the price can, you know, gyrate wildly, because there's not a lot of volume and it doesn't take much to move it up or down, the price, that is. So what happens when it's listed on another exchange, you know, big exchange, that sort of thing, you just have to wait and see. But all I'm saying is, you have to, you know, what was the old Kenny Rogers, you gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to sell your ICO, and know when to run, or when to hold your ICO, know when to run. You never count your cryptos. Actually, you could count them when you're sitting at the table, because you can kind of just look at your phone, your little portfolio, blockfolio. Yeah. Just kidding. Anyways, stay tuned. Got one last thing. Got the guy coming over Friday to the house to start work on the crypto cave. He's going to come do the measurements. Okay, I need this much wood, I need that, you need to order this, get these kind of lights, I want recessed lights, either 4 or 6 of them. I want to pimp out the crypto cave. I want to make it so awesome that when I have these nights, when I invite some people over and we do these little SETI, you know, UFO things, that it's nice, it's comfortable, it's cool, nice TV on the wall, nice flat screen TV on the wall, so we can sit inside and watch on the big screen what's happening in space while this thing's outside and we're controlling it inside, while simultaneously live streaming that sucker to everybody else, just to see anything interesting, you know. At the same time, since we're live streaming the whole thing, we could all be chatting about stuff and cryptos, having a conversation. Because, I mean, could you imagine, you know, hey, it's Friday night, I'm going to do another live stream on the UFO thing, see if we see anything. Don't see anything. Hey guys, it's Friday night again, do another live stream. Nothing there again. I mean, how long you plan on staring at the sky at nothing? Oh wait, there's something. Oh, never mind, it's an airplane. Oh wait, that's nothing. You know. Oh, shooting star. Never mind. Right, you only want to upload a video when you've caught something. You know what I mean? You don't want to upload nothing. So I felt like, you know, if we're doing it and I'm live streaming, we're talking, and I'm taking, you know, questions. We're talking about cryptos. We're talking about some silver, gold, whatever, some political stuff. All the, you know, we're all kind of interacting while simultaneously we're messing around with the sky, looking at, you know, 3rd gen night vision stuff that Cliff sent me. That would be worth, you know, maybe worth doing it, because we're at least having a conversation, chatting about things, and kind of look at the sky at the same time. The other side is, you know, I might want to let this thing sit out there and record all night. One day, just let the damn thing record. Let it go. Let it record. And again, if I have a security camera type of I'd have a high def security camera that is capable of detecting motion. So if it sees something go across the sky, it's going to start recording. All I got to do is wake up and say, okay, how many things recorded last night? Oh, there's 4 things. What was it? Oh, it was airplane, shooting star. Oh, what the hell is that? That's what I'm talking about. But at the same time, it's not going to be controlled. It's going to be kind of aiming at one part of the sky, and if we catch something, we catch something. Because I'm not going to have if you have the thing set to move, and there's actually a feature that lets it do like auto demo mode, whatever, where it just kind of moves. If you do that, it's moving. Now there's motion. It's going to be recording the entire time, right? It's not going to work. So I'd almost have to just kind of point it at some certain direction in the sky. Maybe we can all determine that with the best way to face this thing and let it go at, all night long kind of a thing. All night long, all night. All right, I'm out. See ya.